Let's... I was about to sneeze. Alright, if you haven't looked at the title, then you already know what this is about. I'm kind of tired right now, but we'll see how well I can do this. Because of the fact that I can't online shop properly, and I can't really find anything when I travel for proper pillows, I do the next best thing and make my own. So I'm gonna be making dakimakura pillows. And this is what we're working with. I'm gonna use the stuffing from these two pillows, and hopefully it'll be enough. If not, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna... I would go as far as taking the stuffing out of my regular small pillow for my dakimakuras. So, we're gonna see how this video plays out. I'm scared. Not only this is a tutorial, it is also a tutorial that I'm making for the sake of my friend. His name is Brass, and I'm sure he's watching right now, and yeah, this is gonna turn out great. Okay, what I'm doing first is, this is a bed sheet that you put on a regular size bed, but as you can see, I don't have a regular size bed. This is a twin bed, but I made do with this one. But I have a proper bed sheet for that now, so I'm gonna be using this thing. And I'm sure this is more than enough fabric for making 2 pillows. So get yourself an old bed sheet that you don't want to use anymore, and just use that. So if you have that, then great. So we're gonna do some cutting. Okay. You know the stretchy parts of the bed sheet. It has to go. Aha. I need 2 hands for this. All right, I got the thing off. The band. It's looking like a weird snake. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, now we have this fabric. Looking like real fabric. Because it is real fabric. Okay, now we're gonna have to cut the corners. Which is, yeah, this. I don't know how to explain things. Okay, I completely cut the corners off, which was every corner from that was made for the bed. And as you can see, this is what this is what it should look like once everything is like cut off. And you should have this big blanket of fabric. Now, it's very important that you don't mess up in this part, because you're going to be measuring the fabric, which is why this thing is here. I like to use this as a measuring tool just to make sure that I get everything right. So we're going to use Zontan over here, because what I like to do is oh yes, I'm definitely gonna have enough for 2. Alright, once you get everything like clean, once you get everything clean, what? we're not doing laundry here. How do I explain this? Once you get everything straightened out, I guess that's a good word to say it, you should lay down another dakimakura pillowcase if you have one, and make sure that it fits everything. I recommend that you use a bedsheet that is not black. It's completely fine though, because I'm sure I can make this work. Now, once you get everything marked up, you can cut it in. You can cut the whole thing, but make sure that you use the pillow so you can get an accurate measurement, so that the pillow doesn't look all wonky and misshaped. All right, use the pillow to cut to this part, but not to that part. It has to be measured over here as well, so it can be flipped over and turned into a pillow. Do you get that? Do you get what I'm doing here? Okay, good. Okay, a bit of a side note, don't use black fabric because you won't be able to see these, so those are garbage. But I just found out that I just remembered that I have this. This is a special marker that can be seen in dark stuff. Wait, hang on. You see that? Yeah, you see that? Also, I'm using the... You can't see it, but it says bronze. Get it? Bronze. Do you get it, Brass? Brass, are you watching? Do you get it? Bronze. Okay, with the power of editing, you don't know how much time it took me to cut these two pieces. And that's all the fabric left over from the bed sheet. And yeah, you see that? I did. I had to do a lot of bending over and marking up to make sure that I had it right, which is why it's very important to keep the dakimakura so you could get the right measurements. Yeah, and now you can sew it. I need a minute. Okay, now that you got your fabric, it is ready for sewing, and all you really need is some basic needle and thread. Yeah. Okay, when it comes to your needle and thread, of course you gotta make sure the thread is through the loop of the needle, because how else are you gonna sew the thing? And of course you got your thread. I usually like to keep it like at around this length. You don't want it too long, otherwise you get tangled, and not too short, because, you know. But yeah, and you gotta make sure that the knot at the end is tied, as you can see, so that once you get sewing, that end is going to be remaining on the fabric. Alright. Oh, and if you're not good with sewing, I recommend that you get little rubber guards for your fingers. But I don't have them because I don't poke myself anymore. Okay, as you can see the fabric here, I folded it up, and yeah, you get the idea. And I start from the corner of this part, and this is the opened part, and I pretty much just sew all the way around, but not all the way. You gotta make sure you put the stuffing in before you sew it sealed. You sew it sealed? You sew it sealed! You... Before you seal it shut, is what I meant to say. Okay, a little example of how I sew is like this. And how you do that is, you can see that right there. you just pretty much go in a loop. You go in multiple loops and hang on, let me try to do this with one hand. You just do that and get. Yeah, you see what I did there? That was. How did you? How did you enjoy that? Was that satisfactory? Okay, when you run out of like thread space, I guess that's what I'm calling it now, thread space, you gotta make sure you tie it up so you can start a new thread with another batch of thread. Yeah, that's what that's how I'm describing this. But yeah, how I tie it is let's see. Okay. Go like this. I pretty much do that at least 3 times, and then I just, yeah, you see what I did there? I hope that was seen. Okay, once you got to a certain part, you make sure that you turn the pillow that you're making inside out and leave an opening. The camera, please focus. Thank you. Yes, you leave an opening so that you can put in the stuffing. And as you can see here, it's starting to look like a pillowcase. Or rather, a pillow. Yes. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Now that we have our pillow, all we need is the stuffing of another pillow. Okay, I got the stuffing out. I got it out, and it was surprisingly easy to do, because when I pulled it out, it's just a soft, burnt burrito. Okay, from what I'm gathering from this stuffing, it is basically just like, look at this. It's basically a sheet of stuffing that they just kind of rolled up and put into a pillow. And I kind of stretched out just a little bit, and I think I might be able to put it in here. I'm gonna try this. It fits. I stretched out the regular stuffing and put it into it fits. This thing already looks amazing. And you know, once you have the stuffing in, the last thing to do was sew it shut, which I just did. And the last thing to do left is put on the dakimakura. As some of you have followed, I have already owned a Zontan dakimakura. This one was given to me by an old friend, and I didn't want to get rid of it. It's still very special to me, so I kept it. And I have been sleeping with it for over a year now. But now, I present to you another Zontan dakimakura. But wait, not only did I get one more Zontan dakimakura, I got 2 more Zontan dakimakura. Yeah. I don't care what any of you think. This makes me happy. So now, every time I come back to my room, I'm just gonna be presented by this waifu pile on my bed. Thank you for watching the video. Especially you, Bress. Yeah, I am gonna sleep good tonight.